Over the course of this pandemic, we've seen some truly shocking conduct from authorities, inflicting all sorts of inhumane restrictions in the name of COVID safety. But when it comes to medical staff and frontline workers, the feedback has usually been positive. Well, my next guest unfortunately did not have such a positive experience when she gave birth to her son at Caboolture Hospital in Queensland last month. Aleasha Pique had her son Remy forcibly removed from her when informed that her teenage daughter might have been in close contact at work. She was told that she wouldn't be able to see her newborn until she returned a negative PCR test. For Aleasha, the impact was traumatising, understandably. She joins me now for her home in Queensland with her newborn baby. Aleasha, did they literally take Remy from your arms and say you couldn't see him again until you had a negative PCR test?
Yeah, that's right. But they told me they were going to take him for an hour for tests. And then when they took him, they said I wouldn't get him back, and didn't get him back for hours.
And this was because your daughter, who only might have been a close contact, not yourself. Did they offer at least to do a rapid antigen test in the meantime to establish whether you were negative before your child was returned?
She actually was a possible casual contact, not even a close contact. They did offer me a RAT test at that night. However, they did the PCR test, so I never got a RAT test. And then they said that they just couldn't get an approval to give me one.
I mean, I just don't understand this mentality. This is a newborn child. It's very important for you two to bond immediately after the child is born. And what if your test was positive? Were they going to keep Remy away from you for 14 days?
Well, that's what I wanted to know as well. I have no idea. It wasn't straight after birth. It was the morning after. So we'd already spent, probably 20 hours together, and then they removed him from me. But yeah, it was very strange. I don't know what they would have done.
Did you feel because you had a few hours of bonding with him, his removal was less traumatic? How was it for you? What did it feel? And do you think it has any lasting impact on your relationship?
It was probably more traumatic for me, to be honest. I was just a wreck. As I said, I was expecting an hour to be without my son, and then to be told I wasn't going to be getting him back, and that there was a delay for test results and everything. I was hysterical. I think they freaked out because they didn't know how to deal with how hysterical I was. And I kind of was like, if I've got COVID, he's probably got it anyway. What's the point in separating us?
Well, I can understand why you felt that way. Anyone who's had a new child and had that few hours of bonding to potentially not be with your child for days after you were being told it might just be an hour, I can understand why you were hysterical. Thankfully, your test came back negative and all is okay. But do you have a message for Queensland Health? Because I'm sure you're not the only person who's gone through this experience.
I guess just maybe look and assess the situation properly. I think there were so many different stories going around, and they didn't quite get the story right, what was happening with me. They could save so many people so much trauma. You can't just take a baby from a mum.
Oh, no, I mean, that is important bonding time, and I can see Remy there. He's beautiful, and you two seem to be bonded. Aleasha, I really appreciate you telling us about this, because I'm sure you're not alone. There'd be plenty of others who've gone through this, but thank you for your courage to come forward and share your story.
My pleasure. Thank you.